talented under-18s have set a good example. They won by 28 points to 7. It's a critical game for both sides, with France desperate to make an impact at international level after last season's 60-point disasters against Australia and Great Britain, and the Lions squad individually and collectively looking for places in Malcolm Reilly's selection for the summer tour of Papua New Guinea, Australia and New Zealand. Hit by the premature retirement of players like Delaunay, Molinaire, Palanque, Thierry Boutignon and Verde. They rely heavily on the experience and craft of the halfback Gilles Dumas, who captains the side, and Paty Contin, who had that excellent season with Hull. New senior caps in the Great Britain senior side are the wings John Devereux of Widnes and John Bentley of Leeds, and these St Helens stand-off half Jonathan Griffiths. No Wigan players, or indeed for that matter Warrington players, in the Great Britain side today because of the Silk Cut Challenge Cup game. Wigan normally providing at least a third, sometimes nearly half of the squad. Big responsibility for Jonathan Davis, I'm sure one that he'll relish. Graham Steadman we'll hope to get on a little later. This Great Britain side full of players who want to impress Malcolm Reilly and get on the tour in the summer. For the French, it's much more a question of acceptance at top international level. They've had several traumatic seasons. A good day for a good performance by France on the back of their demoralisation in the Rugby Union International yesterday. On the Great Britain 22. In possession, Michael Jackson. There's the kick. The win in this first half will be with France during the academy game, won convincingly by the British team 28-7. It was very, very powerful. Some attempted clearance kicks were coming back like boomerang. And already a penalty kick for France, and Gilles Dumas is well aware of the wind. It's a kick at goal. Sensible decision, because this wind is extremely powerful. I don't think there'll be any problem of getting the distance. It's a question of whether you can get the accuracy. So Gilles Dumas, the French skipper, with an opportunity to give his side an early lead. The wind, of course, will give him backing, but may take it off course. Well, that's not the best kick Dumas ever done. Crooks. Building the inside ball for Jackson. Davis. Good break by Chamorin. Bonafoux. France haven't had the ball in the hands a great deal, and that was a loose pass. It's driven them back right to their own 22-meter line. High steepling kick by Dumas. John Bentley eluding Sirvon easily. Tate. Goulding. Fairbank. Crooks up to the 22. Jackson. Oh, he dropped it. Michael Jackson dropping the ball on the 22. So still no score. Nearly at the end of the first quarter of this game. All the players been inside French territory. Oh, a nice clean break. Pascal Fage. Well, he had support. The splendid break by the young centre Fage. Chamorin, and again loose defence. Well, the splendid stuff from the French with Chamorin and Fage, the centres. Taking advantage of some loose tackling. Ontar getting it out. All this in a try. And it's the loose forward, Jacques Pech, who scored. Patrick Ontar started it with a pass that was beautifully picked up. There we see it, and Ontar getting it away despite being held. It was taken by Valero, and the man who finished it off was the Limoges forward, Pech. 4-0 to France, and in their first attack. Dumas gets the goal. What a great start for France. Excellent start for Gilles Dumas and his team. They'd taken a lot of punishment in their own half without Great Britain being able to finish. Britain, of course, will have the benefit of this win in the second half, but I don't think they expected to go behind 6 points to 0 in the first quarter of the game. Limoges. Sirvon. Up to the 22. Ontar, Valero. Bonafoux. Patrick Ontar getting away again, cleverly, and in an attempt to keep it going, Delpech lost possession. Lee Jackson. Dixon the drive, Lee Jackson coming powerfully onto it. The kick ahead by Lee. Oh, well taken by Lee Jackson, almost up to the 22 on the last tackle. Goulding trying a high kick. Looks as if he's going for a drop for a moment. That's knocked back to Michael Jackson. And offside. Indeed, a penalty to Great Britain. The French arguing. Mr. Ward trying to explain to Gilles Dumas. And it's quickly taken. Holiday. Griffiths is in. And while the French argued and wasted time arguing, Great Britain took the quick penalty, and Jonathan Davis went over. And if ever there was a lesson in playing to the whistle and not bothering arguing, that was it. Because the British players saw Dumas and two others arguing with referee Mr. Ward play the ball, and Jonathan Griffiths was past. Two pretty ineffective tackles. So what a debut for him. There's Griffiths eluding the tackle of Bonifou. (6-4) to France. With a difficult kick into the wind by Davis. Again, the wind having the final say. Brooks. Fairbank. Davis. Still running, but across field. Mr. Ward saying the ball was not taken fairly. It was in fact a knock on, and Jonathan Davis has stayed down. Jonathan Davis coming around. On top. Running while Davis has on-field attention. That's Valero. And the touch judge on the far side, I think, has seen something go in there. We could have a penalty. Whether that's a French offence or a British, we'll see. Well, Paul Dixon's over there again. That's Lee Jackson and well, Carl Fairbank's number was prominent. The penalty certainly seems to have been awarded to France. And Dumas says, yes, we'll have a kick at goal. In the meantime, Jonathan Davis still kneeling down and having attention. 6-4 to France. They need every point they can get in this first half because of this powerful wind backing them. Dumas already missed the penalty. That's a better effort. Good powerful kick by Gilles Dumas. 8-4. Just by our count, 3 minutes before half-time. Perpignan crowd at the Hubert Boutou Stadium. In the past few seasons, they've seen their side suffer some humiliating hammerings. Certainly doesn't look so far as if it's going to be another 60-pointer. Ontar. Powerful tackle on Bonafou. Really knocked him back. Long. Ontar. Yes. Just made it about a few inches from the line, but inside it. Good kick by Ontar. France playing with great spirit. 8-4 just before half-time, they lead. Goulding. Griffiths. Score of the Great Britain's only try. Holiday. Not letting him play the ball again. And a howl of injured innocence. Thierry Valero not letting him play the ball. Jonathan Davis asking Lee Jackson to hold the ball and get onside while doing so. Now, in these last couple of minutes before half-time, Bentley for Great Britain. 8-4 to France. Dixon. Brooks. Goulding. Brooks. Lee Jackson, Goulding, Holiday, Davis. Oh, there's a lot of room for Bentley. Yeah, the try given. And Bentley was given far too much room by Siobhan. Took his chance well. So, a second debutant's try. John Bentley levelling the scores. A good move. Davis, the final pass. But there's Goulding. On to Holiday. To Davis. Now Davis pulling in the wing and the centre. Siobhan really came inside too readily, and Bentley touched down before he took the flag. Excellent try, levelling the scores. Jonathan Davis will have the utmost difficulty kicking this goal into the wind. It's a good effort, it's online, but fell short. That would have made it on a normal day, but right on the half-time whistle. There can only be seconds remaining. It's 8-all. Maybe a little injury time, of course. Jonathan Davis was down a minute or so. Fairbank. Brooks. Griffiths. And Michael Jackson. Holiday's had an excellent first half. Crooks. Lee Crooks, another player anxious to re-establish himself in the Great Britain side. Jonathan Davis, oh, a neat little kick. It bounced beautifully for him. Excellent kick by Davis. Awarding a penalty to France for crossing. Pesh. Well, we're well into injury time now. Del Pesh. Valero. Dumas. Good kick. Excellent kick by Dumas. Well into added time. Bentley, Jackson, Everett to play the ball. Bentley supporting. Nice dummy by Tate. Crooks. Holiday. Limongier and a forward pass to Goulding. And it's half-time. So a much more evenly contested first half than a lot of pre-match predictions would have. This Great Britain side, lacking its strong Wigan contingent and anxious to prove itself, held 8 points all at half-time. Welcome back to Stade Gilbert Brutus at Perpignan. Half-time score. To remind you, France 8, Great Britain 8, but Great Britain have this fierce wind behind them this half. They'll surely make more use of it than France did. Great Britain scored 2 tries to 1 in the first half through Griffiths and Bentley. Just the one from Pesh for France and 2 goals from Dumas. And they've lost possession already, France. The referee allowing play to go on. Villoni. The substitutes have a substitute on. The Frenchmen have Alessina, Sangodance on the field. Great Britain playing the ball, Fairbank. Crooks taking that well. Up to the 22-meter line. Holiday. Holiday had a splendid first half and he started again. Oh, what a good pass, and unfortunately for John Devereux. Well, not a good pass, but certainly Holiday did well to get it out, but it bounced awkwardly for John Devereux. Shamra. Onta and Dumas. Oh, that's an excellent break. He did well to get it away too long. They're going to have to kick soon, though, into this win. Onta's hurt. Can't play the ball. But he does play it. He'll retire from the fray for a little while now. This is the last tackle. Onta, nevertheless, taking acting half-back. Dumas. Oh, a nice short kick through. Almost got a convenient bounce. It's had the desired effect for France of taking play into the British half. John Bentley. Tate. Building Griffiths. Bentley. Into his stride well, but pushed back well. Strong tackling. Dummy by Lee Crooks. Found Griffiths. Goulding. Griffiths. Tate. Devereux. Eyes away from the tackles. Great try by John Devereux from 40 metres. The French defence caught napping there. Garcia and the fullback Limongi were splendidly finished. There's the long pass. There's Devereux. First to hand off. And then as Limongi comes over, beats him with the sidestep. And Sivon come right across from the other wing, but he couldn't stop it. So Great Britain into the lead now, 12-8. That time curling wide. 12-8 to Great Britain. Whoops. Well, a misunderstanding there, gave possession to France. Picked up by Villoni, Valero, Bonafou. And France lucky to keep possession. But they're inside the Great Britain 22 with Dumas. Tries the long one to Siamar. Oh, he's a runner. Oh, what a splendid try by Siamar. A bullet of a long pass by Dumas. Sivan may not be the best defender in the world, but he went like a laser beam for that line. There's Dumas. There's the pass. And watch Sivan go. Claude Sivan, Sangarans, France's leading try scorer. And he bumped off Alan Tate. 12 all. This wind is very, very strong indeed. Jonathan Davis not able to cope with it, and Dumas right out on the touchline. But 12 all, and it's still an excellent match. Still a big test for this Great Britain side, who went into the lead in the early minutes of the second half with a try by Devereux. Good kick by Goulding, using the wind well. Paul Dixon is going off. Chamorin. The French coming on the burst strongly. Monta. Chamorin, Fage, Chamorin. Fage. Bounce again for Onta. Dumas. That could go anywhere. It goes to Holiday. Connolly. But forward pass, says Mr. Ward. Gary Connolly not allowed to slip away. Finds touch on the last tackle. Well, encouragement from the PA for get back behind the French side. Connolly for Great Britain. Tate. As Devereux outside him. Devereux went inside. Devereux up the touchline. Typical strong burst over the French 22. Jackson, Goulding, Griffiths, Goulding again, Michael Jackson. As acting half-back, Goulding, Crooks. Great Britain looking for another try. They've scored 3-2, no goals. Fairbank. It's the last tackle. Goulding. Connolly. Holiday going himself. And it's not allowed this time. The touch judge making clear Holiday was taken into touch. But it was a close call. Let's have a look at this. Goulding. Connolly. Then inside to Holiday. Dummy to Devereux. No try. A great win coming straight back again with Holiday. Brooks. Richard Ayres. He's in. And Great Britain in front again. So they didn't have to wait long. And substitute Richard Ayres drives over for Great Britain's fourth try. Lee Crooks, Goulding, and Ayres on the burst. Well, the Great Britain fans delighted again. Yes, he'll feel better for that. Jonathan Davis's first goal. Great Britain have outscored France by 4 tries to 2, so they're good value for, oh dear me, Limonge. He might well hang his head, and Patrick Ontar letting him know, because that's head and ball to Great Britain, and it's no more than 7 or 8 meters from the French line. Fairbank. Lee Jackson. Holiday. Goulding. And a penalty to France for crossing. Nice in the scrum. I thought he'd awarded a penalty to France, but no, a knock on and a scrum. With head and ball for France. Well, that's another mistake by the French. Losing possession there. That was Long who lost it. And Patrick Ontar angry. He thought he'd got one against the head. Leave a gap. This time it is healed by Britain. Goulding. Powell. Oh my word. What a superb try by Graham Steadman, and a typical one. That's the sort of try he's been scoring for Castleford all season. And on he comes and gets one for Great Britain. Straight from the scrum. Goulding. Darrell Powell. Malcolm really giving his subs a chance. And Steadman, a typical effort. Lovely sidestep. Little handoff necessary on Garcia. And now Britain are pulling away. Davis kicks his second goal. And now Great Britain have put daylight between the sides. Jonathan Davis making it 24. Powell the kick, and scooting up, it's Graham Steadman. Steadman going like a train for his second try. Beautiful move, a planned move from behind the scrum inside the Great Britain half. Darryl Powell, the kick, the sort of kick they put through for Martin O'Fire. And Graham Steadman is fast enough. Whether or not he was entirely onside is another matter. Mr. Ward was happy, and Steadman won the race with Lamongi easily, got a nice bounce, and his second try since coming on a sub. Another comparatively easy one for Jonathan Davis, giving him his third goal, and now Great Britain are skating away with it, which in some respects, while being marvellous for them, is a shame for France, because they've played with really great spirit and fire, but they've been caught out in this second half by those 3 quick tries, which have stretched the score to 30 points to 12. Even more important, of course, for Great Britain will be the World Cup match next month. Britain needing to score points to head off the challenge of New Zealand. Limongi. 6 more tackles for France, but they've 2 men down. Dumas. Hebert. Alessina. Villoni. Dumas. Devereux. Powell moving it out to Crooks. Holiday, Connolly, Devereux again. Ruling, Crooks, Powell. Well, is this going to be a storybook debut for Mark Jones? Not quite. Mark Jones penalised for an offence on parity contact. Chamorro finds touch. So that'll be a scrum with the put in to Great Britain. The French tiring now. They've put in a great effort. And Great Britain finally put it all together with those 3 quick tries. Remarkably scored by the substitute. Hare's got 1, Graham Steadman 2. And yet another substitute, Darrell Powell, well involved. Hebert. Managed to get it out to Limongi. Limongi much happier in attack than in defence. He's been caught out several times on British tries. Alessina, Dumas, Onta, Hebert. Valero, Alessina, nice inside ball, high tackle. A little scuffle over there. Chamorro finding touch. Long up to the 22. France looking for a consolation score. Well, not with passes like that, but Hebert tidied it up well. Dumas to Valero. Alessina. Oh, well, he's played since he came on.
Come on, go.
Onta, Dumas. And that's it. Full time. In the end, the score perhaps a little unflattering to France, because those 3 quick tries, 2 from Steadman, 1 from Ayres, suddenly stretched the scoring from 12 all to a 30 points to 12 victory for Great Britain. A good result for Britain, but of course the World Cup match against France at home is much more important if they're to head off the challenge of New Zealand. They'll need to score more points, a lot more points next month to make sure. So Keith Macklin and Perpignan saying goodbye with a great British victory, 30 points to 12.